Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Leonard to Danny Green. And scores. Strong take.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here's Curry with it up top. Leads just a point. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Kawhi.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Curry. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. It stays with Golden State. Curry. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Curry. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Danny Green. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
To Cousins. Add 2 points to the board.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand the next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Deep left corner. Runners good there.
Clay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
Danny Green, defended by Thompson. Leonard. And that's rebounded by Golden State. Curry into the front court. It's a 1-point game, 13-12. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Into the game for the Golden State Warriors.
Fred VanVleet, deep right corner to VanVleet. Curling inside. Ibaka to Leonard. Beyond the arc for 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Livingston to Durant. Not that time. To VanVleet. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough 2s, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Green. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. To Ibaka. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Yes, Klay Thompson looking good. 4 for 5.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Textbook body control on the Euro step.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Thompson. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Livingston to bring it up. They trail by 2.
Here we go. Hey, check up. Let's go.
That'll get out off the Raptors. Livingston across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
The assist from
misses with a second to go. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Raptors in front. Good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
To Green. Serge Ibaka. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Curry. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished third in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Ibaka, Green always looking for the steal. 4-3, and it's cleared by Thompson. To Green. Marc Gasol tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
State Warriors, number 34, Sean Livingston. Into the game for Toronto, number
Curry.
3, Pascal Siakam.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Lowry, well done. Kyle Lowry. The defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
The assist from
Toronto has the basketball to Danny Green. Leonard. Off the iron. No good. To Sean Livingston. Curry. Not getting the bounce. And he dunks it down for 2. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Sean Livingston. Screen coming for 3. Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. Lowry to Danny Green. Lowry had made his first couple, but he misses there. Iguodala to bring it up. Margins 8. And the slam.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Lowry sizing up Iguodala.
for the Toronto Raptors.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Lowry converts the 3-point play as the Raptors able to extend their lead. Thompson trying to cash in, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul.
3 titles in 4 years. New arena next year, Jay, in San Francisco. Crazy to think that any of these Warriors would want to go anywhere else.
It's the way they've been leveraging their brand off the court in Silicon Valley. You see guys like Kevin Durant, who have 35 Media, his only media production company, also making a ton of investments. You see Stephen Curry and Andre Iguodala investing in E-Game Sports. They're able to leverage the business outside the business of sport, which is why I think they'll stay around in the Silicon Valley for a very long time.
To Leonard. Pascal Siakam. Warriors have it. Flushes it home.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Leonard. Thompson to bring it into the front court. 5-point game. Kevin Durant. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Here we go. Here we go.
Won't go. That's it for the first half. The Raptors have the lead. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Oh, and we have a 5-second violation.
Ball over like that.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Durant to Green. From long range. And Draymond Green knocks down a wide open look.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Curry. It's the Raptors with the basketball. To Danny Green. Lowry. Here's a chance from long range, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc and knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
Marc Gasol. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Lowry, defended by Kevin Durant. Klay Thompson with a piece. Warriors have the basketball, and watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
To Thompson. Fires the three. The rebound's corralled by the Raptors. Pascal Siakam to Gasol. From the painted area, won't go down. On the follow, way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lowry. To Leonard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Goes to the left side. Thompson is good.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
To Durant. They'll get it down to Green. Slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip.
I got ball. That's me. I got ball.
To Sean Livingston. To Cousins. To Lowry. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Has a chance. The shot by Livingston, no good. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Danny Green has got 2 shots coming, shooting 75% so far tonight. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Thompson. Danny Green!
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Thompson. Gasol sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Green. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Possession lies with Golden State. Thompson gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
And draws the foul.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Sean Livingston, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Danny Green. Leonard to Danny Green. Fires the three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Durant to Thompson. Lets it fly from long range. Not going down here. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Beyond the arc for three. That misses with 3 seconds left. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Warriors with the lead. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. The defending champs, Jay, getting all they can handle here at the Oracle.
You don't see this very often. They've come in and put up one heck of a fight. But it doesn't matter if you don't get a check in that win column.
Thompson to Cousins. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. Lowry guarded by Klay Thompson. Rocking the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Toronto with the basketball. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Way to hit.
To Durant. To Curry. Green. Thompson. Off the assist.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Van Vliet. Klay Thompson with the block. Fred Van Vliet locked in on that one.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Add 2 points to the board.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Van Vliet. Gets to the basket and scores.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. It's Steph Curry with the rock. 4-3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Curry. For three, Gasol with the rebound. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Durant. To Sean Livingston from long range.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Lowry. Durant. Kawhi Leonard. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Hey, double screen.
Livingston to Thompson. He gets it.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
OG Anunoby sizing up Draymond Green. To Cousins. Whoa! What a finish!
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Gasol against Klay Thompson. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Cousins. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Substitution being made in this one.
Golden State Warriors are in the penalty.
Leonard
Into the game.
to Gasol.
Toronto Raptors. Number 14, Danny Green. 1 minute remaining.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter,
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Green to Sean Livingston. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
That'll get out off the Raptors. Durant to Sean Livingston. Green. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Deep right corner. Green. That's off the side of the rim, short. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lowry. Not that time. He misses. Thompson. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? The pass set it all up. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Deep three at the buzzer. Yes! 3 for the win at the buzzer. My goodness! It came down to one shot. He stepped up and buried it to win the ball game.